Hey, welcome to my channel. I hope your day is going well. I just uploaded a video that said relating to others' experiences matters. And while I was editing that video, because it comes from a long video, that video comes from, I chopped it up today, just using my time wisely. I was doing my best to try to do Uber, and things just ain't working out. So, and it's late. It's like 7:16 right now p.m. I'm not doing Uber right now. My day was just late. Anywho, as I'm doing that video, it just something just made me upset, and I was just like, oh Lord, something triggered me while I was editing the video, and I went to thinking about the people that love to say, girl, it couldn't be me. Man, that couldn't be me, man. I don't know. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have allowed certain things. Let me tell you something. God have a funny way of humbling those individuals that's, oh, it couldn't have been me type of people. What I've learned in my experience, because I was too the one that, not that it couldn't have been me, but the person that was considered to like be perfect Patty, so to speak. And that didn't come from me. That just came from like family members. Now that I was sitting in the car thinking about it, I'm 49, but that's why you got to do a YouTube channel. It's really just therapy. You're a talking head. If nobody else views your video, oh well, you can just get it out. Stuff that's suppressed, it comes out. So I'm thinking, people was looking at me and saying, she didn't get on drugs at the age of 16. Her dad got on drugs, from my understanding, around maybe 15 years old or maybe younger. My mom got on drugs at 16. They both passed away from doing drugs. But the younger version of myself, I think they were comparing us and saying, dang, she's doing okay. So when I'm growing up in my community, everybody is like, oh, Sharina, she's just such a good girl. In reality, no, I wasn't. I just tried to pretend to have this character, and not that I was too far from it, but I wasn't perfect, right? And so I can see myself, if I had not done the mistakes of being in a relationship where I looked like a plum fool, where people was criticizing me, girl, this dude don't want you. He don't like you. How could you allow this behavior? Okay, he said he ain't gonna do it again. Okay, what else did he say? Oh, that's all he said? He said he was sorry. And you finna go back to him? Oh, girl, that couldn't have been me. And the person that's going through the experience, especially if this was their first time. That wasn't my first relationship. I had been in plenty of relationships. I was 26 years old. So I couldn't understand what was really happening. I didn't understand all this trauma bonding and all of these triggers and the energy of certain people that come into your life, and it's like an addiction. I was like really addicted to this individual. And I couldn't understand why I let everybody else go when they mess up, and I just couldn't let this person go. I let them go, but then they'll come back. Didn't have that either. Except for, one other person, but it wasn't as extreme as, my ex. And anytime we break up, I don't know if anybody know your boy Desi Banks, but he got a video out. It's funny, but then it's not funny. It's funny because if you've been in a toxic relationship, you're like, yep, that kind of look like what I done been through. He's standing outside the girl apartment way downstairs. I think she on the 4th or 5th floor, if not higher, and he calling out, he playing music, and man, toxicity is ugly. And prayerfully you can get out, with unscathed, as far as like, you still have your life. You're gonna need some therapy. But it was just like that. And that type of relationship is addictive. Meanwhile, people around you are like talking bad about you and like, I would never do that. You don't know what you would do, honestly, until you that situation. You can get a man that come into a girl, whatever this pertains to. This can be the guys or girls, right? You can get in a relationship with an individual, and especially with somebody who's from out of town, or especially from someone that you haven't been on that side of town and you know none of their people. You don't know they people, they don't know you. So nobody knows you. You know, nobody knows that person who I can just run to. Girl, tell me a little bit about so-and-so. What he's like. What his history is like. You don't know and you finding out for yourself? That's challenging. So they're putting on this mask of who they know you want them to be, but in reality, they really not that. You falling in love with what they showed you. You falling in love with the tap dance of the first show, of the second show, and the third show. They don't really show who the heck they are until show number 10. By then you locked in, you hooked. You hooked. Okay, it's give me my needle, give me my strap, so I can just, you know, you hooked. And it's hard to let that go, especially when you be like, you know what, I'm done, and then they come chasing you. This is really all about stop being that person that keep telling people, girl, it couldn't have been me. Now, if you want to say that behind the person back, do that. But have compassion towards those who really are stuck. And sometimes it is the saddest, hardest thing, because I see it now. And I tell my friends and my family, like, how did y'all deal with me at that time? They was like, we know that at the heart of you, you just was really a good and sweet person. We just knew that you were just stuck. And we was hoping that you would eventually get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I did. But sometimes a person is really just asleep. Real talk. Like, the age of 26-year-old Sharina, the age of 40-year-old Sharina. Now, the 40-year-old was like, something ain't right, let me leave. But to be able to really articulate it the way that I am, and I know once I get more, you know, build on my skill, do a lot more reading, take some courses, take some, you know, get some more coaching and things like that, I'll get better and better. I just get on here because just come and be on YouTube as you are. As you are. Whatever level, skill level you at, you come on here and you just be you. I'm just being me, okay? This is how I can articulate it now. But the 40-year-old Sharina and the 26-year-old Sharina would not have been able to have this conversation with you. You would have been frustrated with me, okay? So, people do change. It takes some longer than others. Just do your best to do your best. Maybe give them some advice to go see a counselor. Go see a coach. Go to my mentor life. I think it's my mentor.life. For Tony Gaskins. It's a shame because I'm a coach on there. You can tell I haven't had any clients in I don't know how long. But my mentor.life, I believe is what it's called. You don't even have to hire me. Hire somebody else, because I'm for grief and I'm for building relationships with parents with adult children. But you can get on there because it is it's cheaper. They don't, you know, I don't think most of them don't even take insurance. That's not a site where it's like a psychotherapist or a therapist that's licensed. We are certified, but it's not licensed. Some people might be on there that's like doctors and they just want it to be certified also and add that to their resume. But the majority of us are certified, and we are certified based upon our life experiences. And I'm quite sure a lot of us have, you know, built on certain skills again by educating ourselves, whether it was through, you know, the school system or whether we did it on our own. And so I would just suggest probably doing that, or maybe you can suggest they read this certain book or go follow this certain individual. You know, Tony Gaskin is amazing. Dr. Ramani is amazing. Iyanla, she is great. Yeah, so those individuals really, really helped along the way. Instead of just like criticizing them, prayer. Whatever belief system you have, please pray for them. Please refer them to your higher power, because they're gonna need it. They're gonna need everything to help them through this process. And when I used to say it'll never be me, I used to cry and fall on my knees, because I was like, wow, I said it would never be me. And God humbled me in so many situations where I had to say, I won't say that anymore, because God had to allow me to go through certain experiences so I can relate to that person. It wasn't even necessarily about a relationship, you know? And so be more compassionate, because it could be you. Just saying. Be careful what you say. Because it don't feel good. When I tell you it don't feel good when you are the one that need a warm hug, even if it's virtual, it is not fun when you the one that's not knows crying because you done been through something that you say you will never go through. It just hit me. And it hit me because, you know what it is? I can envision me not going through the things that I went through. And my daughter is at the core of my heart. I can tell that we would be at such odds had I not been through the things that I've been through. It was not fun. I'm going to be honest. They say don't have a lot of regrets. But my thing that I would do differently is nip it in the bud early. Like my experiences that I had, it shouldn't have taken me 22 years, though. Maybe 2 months, okay? That way I could be in my relationship with my husband. I can already be rich. I can already be doing make real estate real. And, you know, have all of these different properties. But everything happened for a reason. And I got another video on that from part of the video that I had. But my heart goes out to thinking of who I could have been and what I used to be like, honestly, not too long ago, probably within this past 8 years, to where I didn't have the patience. I didn't have the patience because I'm like, I don't understand. You seen me go through it, so you just should you should just know to do better. And that's not the case. People still can't relate if they ain't been to it. They can say, okay, I hear what you're saying, but, and so it makes me already feel like I haven't been healed. I haven't done the work, and the person that I could be towards her, and how our relationship wouldn't be as strong as it is, and how she would just be devastated and wouldn't have anyone to talk to had I not changed, man. So it's not just for the person that's on the phone with you, but it goes deeper than that. It's for my daughter. It's for people now that I can relate to. When I'm doing Uber, if you go to my old videos about Uber, it should says Uber therapist or Uber coach on the side, because people get in my car and they just spill their little heart out on whatever it is they're going through. Today I went and paid a bill in Sarasota for, you know, my car, because I ended up taking out a loan on my car, and my daughter was on the phone with me. I know she couldn't hear everything that the guy was, she probably didn't hear anything that the guy was saying, but within 10 minutes of being in there, this guy had told me everything that he had been through, you know, and not in full detail, but for whatever reason, I guess my energy or whatever just made him feel comfortable to just, you know, talk to me. And he said that he's like an ex-minister. Well, he is a minister, but he also have a full-time job. But I'm just happy to be able to have a change of heart, have grown. Let me put this, not a change of heart, have grown, have an understanding, because to be able to be a person that's able to be there for someone that's in need of just needing someone to talk, having someone to talk to. Sometimes I don't even say the right thing, but just hearing and listening to them, it's life-changing. Without judgment, it's life-changing. Without spreading their business about what they just told you, it's life-changing. It is life-changing. And trust me, when you help change someone else's life for the better, you're going to get blessed with that tenfold. Not only that, but if someone else is having a problem, they'll be like, hey, I have so-and-so that's going through something similar. For whatever reason, I'm not getting through to them. Do you mind if I refer them to you? You never know. That can become into a coaching business. You just never know the opportunities that come when you humble yourself. Because, baby, I had to humble myself. This Perfect Patty, listen.